Hey, what's going on, guys? It's AG Gamers here, and this is a PS4 Official Details video. As some of you guys know, some of you guys don't. Yesterday, February 20th, 2013, Sony held sort of a conference or meeting, public presentation on the new PlayStation 4. Now, some were rumored to call it Durango, some were rumored to call it Loop, or some were even rumored to call it Orbis. But that has all been ruled out. It's officially called the PlayStation 4. Now, there is a lot of stuff in here that were not leaked, a lot of stuff in here that was brand new information. So stick around just to hear them. But first, I'm going to start off with the hardware of the actual console. Now, it's confirmed that it's going to have 8 gigs of RAM, which is a huge improvement from the PlayStation 3. I believe the PlayStation 3 had somewhere around 2 gigs of RAM, which was standard console RAM. That's what the Xbox 360 had. I believe the Xbox 360 actually has somewhere around 4. But this 8 gigs of RAM is decent for, anything modern, especially for, even desktops nowadays have 8 gigs of RAM. But for a console, let's just say that is a significant amount, so that's a great improvement. Next thing is their processing chip. Now, this is one of the highest, best processing chips there is out there, even for desktops. So the fact that they're going to put this into a PlayStation 4, a gaming console, it's going to be amazing. Now, this processing chip is called the Radeon 6670. It's got 8 cores, which is amazing. Think of it as a human being having 8 hearts. It's just going to be more proficient than ever. And this chip has 8 cores. It runs at 1.6 hertz, which is not bad. It's slower than what people expected, but it's okay. Decent speed. And it supports full 1080p graphics for playing, but it was rumored that there was going to be 4K resolution, which is 4 times 1080p if you think about it. But this 4K resolution, there has been nothing confirmed about it. People still do believe that it's going to be in the PlayStation 4 as well, though. But once again, nothing has been confirmed about the 4K resolution. Alright, a couple other things here about the hardware. Inside the actual PlayStation 4 is a capture card. Now, most YouTubers, in fact, all YouTubers who are in significant amounts of subscribers have a capture card. That's just simple. People who record gameplay have a capture card. It's what records your gameplay and sort of makes it into a file, and after that you can edit it, make it a montage, add effects, add intros, make it fade, and then eventually upload it into a video and such. So this capture card is built in to the PlayStation 4. Now this is wonderful, wonderful, amazing for a lot of people, because people who wanted to start a YouTube channel but didn't have the money to get a capture card now can with just one HDMI cable, or something like that. You just have to hook it up to your computer, and that's about it. Now, one more effect that this capture card that's built in will add to the PlayStation 4 is that you can live stream straight from your PlayStation 4. Now, PlayStation, or Sony actually, partnered up with Ustream live streaming. So we don't know yet if Twitch TV or Justin TV or whatever other live streaming platform you use will be able to live stream straight from the PlayStation 4, but it definitely will be able to live stream straight from the PlayStation 4 to Ustream. So that's pretty cool. It's significant to people who want to, grow their YouTube channel by just letting people watch them play. Now, we're getting into big, big business here, but before we get into the really, really cool part, let's start off with the actual controllers. Now, Sony really, really made sure to show off their controller, the DualShock 4. Now, this is the picture that you're going to see on your screen right now, and this controller has had a lot of improvement. Um, the first thing you notice, obviously, just obviously right off the bat, is the LCD screen in the middle. Now, who would think to put an LCD screen in a controller? That's just crazy. But they did, and it's wonderful. This LCD screen could be used for anything. It can even be programmed into games to work as certain controls. In Call of Duty, it could be used to call in kill streaks. It could be used to um, even be used as a personal button that you could personalize as like a drop shot button or stuff like that. It's a really cool controller. It sort of represents the Scuff controller idea, except Scuff had the back panels. Now, there's a few other things about this controller. Apparently, they added more range to the thumbsticks, which will eventually sort of give you bigger range of motion. If you guys have seen my gaming setup video, you know I use the Control Freaks thumbstick extenders, and this is sort of what the PS4 controller has done. They've sort of extended the thumbstick so that it gives you a bigger range of motion. Now this is great for a lot of things, obviously mainly first-person shooters, but that is what people are saying about the thumbsticks. Now a lot of you guys are wondering about that colored sort of strip in the back of the controller, or at the top of the controller. Now that's not actually a PlayStation Move feature as we know right now. What it is it's sort of what player you are. In the Xbox, it's got the ring, and if you're player 1, it's got the first quarter of the ring. That's what it is with the PlayStation 4. What they do is the controllers all have different colors for different players. Now, that's just standard on a controller. It's going to tell you what player you are. But Sony happened to make it in a big way, which is okay. It's just add a little bit more weight to the controller, which is fine for the visual features or visual appeal that it gives to the controller. So yeah, that's basically new add-ons to the controller. One other thing is that at the top left corner of the LCD screen, there's a new button called Share. Now this Share button means basically when you're playing your game, no matter where it is, if you click that Share button, it'll sort of let you take a video or a picture. I don't know how it actually works. They didn't release, the details on how this button will personally work. But you can record whatever it is you're playing and send it to your friends through PSN. So that's really cool. Sort of like a vault or a file share for your actual PlayStation Network, which is really cool. Now we're getting into some really, really deep stuff here coming up. And before I get started, let me say that Sony decided to sort of add a huge social aspect to the PlayStation 4. In the current consoles, you sort of play with people with their random gamer tags and PSN IDs. You don't know who they are. You can't access their stuff. But this PlayStation 4 has sort of opened that up. Sony is trying to make this into sort of like a social network, PlayStation Network into a social network. Let me say, I don't know whether it's going to be actual names that you use. You can still use your PlayStation ID if you would like, is what Sony said. But the picture that they showed had actually a guy's name on there. Now, this is really, really interesting up to what PlayStation Network might become. Now that you know that PlayStation Network is going to be based, and the PlayStation 4 is going to be based on social aspects, let's get into the greatest details about this new console. Now, things that they have added is something called a PS Vita connector. Now, what this is when you're playing your game on your PlayStation 4 on a monitor or a TV, whatever it is you play on, and you need to go, let's say, get a drink from the refrigerator, or you need to go into the bathroom, or whatever, if you want to go to dinner, not dinner like out of your house, but if you have to go downstairs to eat dinner, um, what you can do is you can connect your PlayStation Vita. You can go into the options button on your DualShock 4 controller and click connect to PlayStation Vita. And you pick up your PlayStation Vita, which for those of you who don't know are sort of the new version of the PSPs, sort of like a handheld console thing. And you turn it on, and you're connected to your PS4. And basically, your PS Vita screen works as your actual PlayStation console. And you can go downstairs and still be playing on your PlayStation 4 on your Vita, which is really, really, really cool. It'll save a lot of guys hardship with being kicked out of games because you had to go use the restroom. It'll save people from having to say, hey, I'll be right back, I have to go eat dinner, because you can play while you're eating dinner. That's a really cool feature. Now, one more thing before I forget, they added a pause button, or sort of like a sleep mode for your computer. Now this is really cool. It'll save you a lot of time because you won't have to reboot your actual console every time you get off. All you can do is click the pause or the sleep button, and it'll sort of put it in an away mode, but it'll be more like it'll be turned off, but it'll remember where you are, sort of. And you just click the pause button again, and it'll bring up right where you were, which is really, really cool. Obviously, I don't think you'll be able to use this feature while you're playing the actual games, but this will definitely help for it if you're on, you know, sort of like a solo campaign of a game, or if you're on watching movie, listening to music, um, that sort of stuff. It'll be really cool for that, and it'll save you a lot of time. Now, one last thing about hardware that I forgot in the previous part of the video is that they are sort of expanding their hard drives. It's rumored, they didn't exactly say how big they're going to make their hard drives, but it's rumored that their hard drives are going to be around 500 gigs, which is twice the highest amount of the Xbox 360 that is out right now. 500 gigs, even up to a terabyte maybe, which would be just crazy. If you had a terabyte hard drive on a gaming console with a Radeon 6670, it's going to cost you anywhere from $600 to $700, which is just crazy for a gaming console. Now, despite the large, enormous hard drive that they're trying to add, obviously they're going to have some new forms of downloading games. Obviously, a lot more stuff is going to have to go into these hard drives. So expect a lot of, you know, instead of going out and buying stuff, you can just stay at home and buy this stuff. So they're sort of like making it more convenient to the customer. Now, this is the greatest aspect about what they have added to the PlayStation 4. It's wonderful. Now, this is, I'm going to give it a code name. Now, I'm going to give this code name as Virtual Controller. Now, what this is there's two different things about this. The first thing is, you can be on the PlayStation dashboard, or whatever they call it, the menu. You can go find your friends on your friends list, or you can even search people's gamer tags. Say White Boy 7th Street, for example, who plays on the PlayStation. If you were to type in White Boy 7th Street into the search bar, you could actually watch what he's playing by clicking watch, or whatever it is. You click an option under the list. You can watch what he's playing in real time, and you can do this with anybody on your friends list and who's not on your friends list, which is kind of weird. But in all honesty, it's not going to give away private information. It's not going to put your health or your safety at risk. So this is actually really, really cool. If a friend says, hey, join my game, I want to show you something, you can just click watch my friend, and you can see what he's trying to show you without joining his game and without interrupting your game by just watching him do it. Wonderful. Now the second part, which is the greatest aspect of this two-part feature, which was also the greatest aspect. You know, I'm going in circles here, but bear with me. This is sort of like a marketing scheme, not marketing scheme, but let me rephrase that. It's a business opportunity for people who are, you know, not as lucky as other people. People who are, you know, good at Call of Duty or good at Halo or whatever it is, who wants to make money, and this is the way to do it. Now, I don't really know how to explain this, but I'm going to try my best here. What this is you'll be playing, and you can be talking to whoever, obviously, your friend. You talk to your friend and you say, hey, how are you so good? Because your friend has a 2.5 KD in Call of Duty, and you have a 1.2 KD. And you say, hey, I wish you could come over here and rank up my KD. You don't have to do that anymore. What you do is you give him access to your controller virtually, not physically handing over your controller, but you can go through the PlayStation Network, give him access to your profile. This is sort of like accessing someone else's profile by entering their information, but instead of doing that, you just click a button with the guy's name next to it. You say, activate my profile for him, or whatever it is, and he can go into your profile through the internet connection in PSN Network, play on your profile, and rank up your KD. And obviously this can be done for money. This can be done just by friend to friend. Say, I'll do this for you if you do that for me. Blah, blah, blah. Possibilities are endless with this. It's incredible the things you could do. If your friend has a gameplay that you want to use for your YouTube channel, you say, hey, can I get access to your account so I can record this gameplay? It's wonderful what this thing will do. And once again, this is a business opportunity for those people who are looking to rank up other people's KDs for money, which is, you know, a possible marketing or business opportunity. Once again. So anyways, guys, that's about it. This is a really long video, and thank you if you stayed through the whole thing. Some of it was redundant, but it was a lot of information, and it was just hard to go through in a short period of time. Turns out to be around 18 minutes right here. So if you guys did enjoy, if you guys did stay to this point, please subscribe to my channel. You'll see another video on the Xbox 720 rumors here coming up shortly, and you'll also hear the official details of the Xbox 720 when it gets released in June, or expected to be released in June. Anyways, guys, once again, if you did enjoy, please subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.